Chapter 43 Earth Number 2 I presume. At precisely 9 o'clock Bouncer turned the Farview on and waited the associated few seconds for the portal to open before turning to look at his friend. Ready, Graham? Let's see what we see. Graham gave Bouncer an agreeing nod, and one by one they stepped through the portal into what was apparently a very familiar place. As he looked around, Graham chuckled to himself. It looks exactly the same as last time, Bouncer. Bouncer was already heading to the concrete support structure that they had carefully graffitied on what they were calling Earth Number 1. When he got close enough, he looked around its bleak, cold surface for a good 30 seconds. Yes, Graham, all bar for one detail. What's that? There's no graffiti, Graham. I would have to conclude this is not the same place we were before, ergo, it is not Earth Number 1, therefore I believe we should christen this planet. Before Bouncer could finish, Graham piped up. Earth Number 2, Bouncer? Yes. Why not? Let's keep it simple, laughed Bouncer as he got out the spray can they had used on Earth Number 1 and applied a similar graffiti tag on the raw concrete to the one on Earth Number 1. So what do we do now? Asked Graham. Well, we have to try and put this entire thing together, Graham, make some sense of it. Oh, okay, got any ideas? Asked Graham. Yes, I have. I am convinced I was right before that there are multiple dimensions and that it appears time is the key. How? I don't yet know, but at least we have something to try now, an experiment you could say. What's that then? Asked Graham. Well, for now we head back home, then wait until 2100 hours tonight and portal, hopefully ending up on Earth Number 1, and then I'll have my proof, replied Bouncer. Cool, I love a good plan, Bouncer, smiled Graham as he flicked the switch on the Farviewer, and they jumped back to Earth Number 371. Arriving back on Earth Number 371, Bouncer and Graham spent the rest of the day getting ready for their next jump, the experiment. After realizing the multiverse was more than likely to be a thing, they had decided that if they ended up on Earth Number 1 with this next jump that they would do some digging around. Digging around would mean they would be staying longer than they had ever stayed before, on what was turning out to be another planet, in another dimension. Though they were aware of a bunch of people that seemed to know their names, which Bouncer secretly hoped had just been a coincidence, they were still blissfully unaware that their activities had attracted the small army that was being led by Deli and essentially hot on their heels. So what shall we take? Asked Graham. I'm not entirely sure, but everything you think you need for a short break somewhere, like a holiday, but make sure you have snacks, explained Bouncer. Oh, okay, and what are we going to do with the Farview we leave here? Asked Graham, more than a little concerned with how they were ever going to get back. I've been thinking about that. I think we should hide it. It will still open the portal, but if anybody comes snooping around they shouldn't be able to find it. That way we can keep it connected and get back, no worries. Brilliant, so that's what we take and how we get back covered, but what are we going to do when we get there? Asked Graham. Spy, sneak and snoop, Graham, spy, sneak and snoop.